Cool kitty. Yeah?
We just want to do like an over. Okay, did we cut enough here, or are we supposed to like open it up a little bit more? Because I don't know about this.
Well, you want to be careful because I always like you not to cut too much, because if we look, though, your cat's fat, so it's hard to see. Okay, let's take the bladder like this.
Ductus difference.
So here's the ductus difference crossing over your ureter. That's your ureter right there.
Right.
Okay. You got a nice ureter. Ureters. And if you look, this is coming out of the inguinal canal, which is coming from the spermatic cord, which is broke there, excuse me. And if we got rid of some of this fat, which is a bummer, I mean, you don't, the trouble is your blood vessels aren't colored. That's part of the problem. Because this is actually, here's the ductus difference, but here's the, either the, I have to see where it follows, either the testicular artery or the testicular vein.
The very thin
This
one?
little thing right here, yeah.
Okay.
And that's why I say you have to be careful, because see, it's riding along this parietal peritoneum. And I have to see which blood vessel it goes to, if it's going to the inferior vena cava or if it's coming from the aorta.
Does this mean it's smaller on the other cats?
No, they're about the same size, actually.
Okay.
And here you can see the ureter. Mm-hmm. So when you open this up, this out has a lot of fat. You can see that.
And we can take that out.
But the thing is that you don't want to rip, for example, this.
So if we cut under and then lift?
Yeah, so if we do this and do it that way and lift and peel it off, like so, you can see the renal, here's the renal vein right here in blue.
The renal vein?
Yeah, here's it for the kidney. And it's going to the inferior vena cava, which would be that right there. So what we want to do, then you can do this. If I just did, oops, did I just cut my gland? Let's see. There's your ureter right there. So you want to be careful not to break it. Might be better on this one to start here. Some of the blood vessels that you're going to be looking for are actually underneath this fat. Let's see. For example, those are going to be your iliolumbars. There.
I wanted to say it out loud, like she was like, don't say it.
So anyway, that's what you're going to need to do, but you'll have to be really careful, because like I said, your ureter's here, you've got your blood vessels here, and they're not colored very well, so you have to be careful. What other things did you want to look at?
Is this the stomach? So this is the lesser omentum, this top part, and then the actual bag is the stomach.
This is the stomach right here, yeah.
Right.
Do we
And then
clean
here's
it more, or
I'm sorry?
do we clean it more, or that's it?
Not necessarily.
So how do you distinguish between the greater curva and the lesser?
The greater curvature of the stomach, lesser curvature. It's
the inside.
Yeah, the inside. And so this is the greater omentum. This is the lesser omentum. Okay. And you saw that the lesser omentum got broken a little bit to see the part of the caudate lobe of the liver. Here's the lateral lobe of the liver, medial lobe of the liver, left.
Do you mind using a stick?
Okay, so this would be the left lateral, left medial, right medial, and then the right laterals down here.
And this is the caudate.
And this, you can see the tail with the caudate sticking out right there.
And then the
And
fundus.
the gallbladder is this inside?
Yeah, the gallbladder is going to be
Right
right there, yeah.
that little sac.
What was the name of the extra one, the 7?
Mediastinal lobe.
Mediastinum.
Because it's, the mediastinum, that center area between the two pleural cavities, it's called the mediastinum. So it's called the mediastinal lobe.
And this is a respiratory diaphragm? Or is it just diaphragm?
It's diaphragm.
Okay. Scratch the respiratory part.
Where was the medial sternal lobe on this one?
Right here.
It's always going to be right underneath the heart. You have the 3 lobes here, 3 lobes on the sides, and then this one underneath
Okay.
the heart.
Okay.
So you got your trachea.
This is the trachea. Is the bottom? Is
Underneath
that
that tube is the esophagus. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a flat tube behind.
Right.
Right there.
Mm-hmm. And do we need to know this?
Those are the carotids, yeah. Well, that's what I'm going to talk about tonight, which is too bad I didn't get to talk about yet.
Okay.
Are the blood vessels.
Where's the pancreas?
So this is the larynx right here.
Oh, okay. Can we cut this thing here or no?
No. Oh, this? Oh, yes. Yeah. There you go. I'm sorry?
Pancreas?
Oh, yeah, we didn't even see that.
Okay, so if you look at the duodenum, which is coming right off of the stomach, so the straight part of the small intestine is the duodenum. And yours is hard to see, but this is it right here. This is the pancreas.
Oh.
And it comes, if you pick up the greater omentum, you'll see that. Here, can you hold that for a second? Okay, it goes like this. This would be the head. And it comes across, and the tail ends up right here. So it's this glandular material right here. And if you look at some of the cleaner cats, they're a little bit easier to see. I think the ones, that one, and maybe that one, I didn't see it yet, have real clean-looking pancreas. Yeah, you can really see it.
The pancreas of Aselli?
Yeah, now that's actually lymph tissue that you only have in a cat.
And that's mesentery that's holding it
This is
together.
mesentery, right. And you can see how the blood vessels utilize the mesentery to get to the intestines. And this one doesn't have a big wad of tissue, but see this wad? That's actually lymphatic tissue. And I'll be talking about that. And it's only in the cat. And so the pancreas of Aselli is actually lymphatic tissue.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with the real, the regular pancreas.
Okay. And the colon?
The what?
The colon?
The colon?
The colon?
So we have the colon. This would be the colon right here.
That's not the large intestine.
Large intestine, the colon.
Starts
Most
there.
of the colon is the large intestine.
Oh, okay.
Or most of the large intestine is colon.
What do we need to know?
So here's the cecum. Right here, this is the cecum. They've got a small cecum. They've got a small, large intestine too.
Okay.
Here's the ileum of the small intestine going into it. And then this is sort of the ascending, transverse, and descending. Most of the cats have a really good descending, but have a really shallow transverse and ascending because they're carnivores, so their intestines are shorter.
Cecum and ileum.
Of the small intestine.
And Jejunum?
Jejunum. Okay, so when we look at the stomach, okay, and it comes to the duodenum is straight. When it starts really curling, then that is the jejunum. Okay, when it starts really curling like this. And then the ileum is within that curl, and the ileum ends at the large intestine, or the colon. Or the cecum, really.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was going to pin the ileum, I'd do it right by the cecum. So that way you know that would be the ileum. And for the jejunum, I would do it right by, close to the duodenum. Okay, so you know it's going to be that.
Duodenum, jejunum.
Okay, I'm going to move on. I want to cover, I've already